Hi, I'm Kyle Gorman with the Employer Blueprint. And over the last several weeks, we've been talking about developing a leadership style of management as opposed to an authoritative style of management. And what we did is we built a foundation where we talked about how we can support people, how we can treat people like we want to be treated, how we can be selfless instead of selfish in our management style. And so through the course of that, I've had a lot of great questions that have come in, and I wanted to address one with you today. So the question that came in that I want to talk about is this. It says, why do we see new managers falling back to the authoritative style of management instead of embracing the leadership style of management? And so as we talk about this, I'm going to be pretty candid with you, so we got to put on some thick skin here. But basically, a lot of it comes down to just laziness. And it's easy for us to revert and kind of fall back to this concept of management that maybe we've been taught or that we've got as a preconceived notion. You know, if you remember a few videos ago where we talked about the definition of management and how Google defines it in comparison to what we're trying to really define management as in this leadership style. So what we do, especially as new managers, you've got 100 things on your plate. You've got all of these things you're trying to do and get done and get accomplished, and then also be very deliberate and intentional in your management style. And so it becomes sort of easy for us to say, you know what, I don't have time to really invest in my team. I don't want to take the time to really build these relationships. And so instead, I'm gonna revert back to a very authoritative style of management and leadership. And so I want to encourage you to be patient, especially as new managers, or if you yourself manage new managers and supervisors, be patient and continue working with them. Because what we want to do as great leaders is we want to be deliberate and intentional in our actions and in our words. And so don't fall back to the old authoritative ways, because it creates terrible company cultures and job dissatisfaction. And that's certainly not what we want for our teams. So great question, and certainly if you have any questions out there about anything we talk about, I would love to hear them. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me directly. And stay tuned over the next few weeks as we start to build what I call the 4 walls of management. And we're going to start next week in talking about definition. Thanks so much. Make sure to stay tuned in the future. And as always, be sure you subscribe for more great content from Kyle Gorman and the Employer Blueprint.